Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to make some noise for this man right here. You guys know him. This is his region. Doug Moss is currently manages sales for the West region of Team Beachbody. He's a vital part of the corporation leadership of the network side of Beachbody. His responsibilities include maintaining the social media strategies for the West region, managing each market in the West, as well as creating and implementing monthly network sales strategies for the company. Doug Moss' responsibilities also include a daily focus on growth and working with our coaches, helping them reach their goals as they build their individual coaching businesses. Doug is the man who helped us create and form the East Idaho Market Council, who is also responsible for putting on this event for each of us to come together. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Doug Moss.
All right, guys. Well, hey, I know this is a good microphone. I don't need to yell. Brigitte, you don't need to yell. All right, here's the deal. We're in Fort Hall, Idaho. And most of you might not know this. I'm actually from Blackfoot. Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's it's just kind of a crazy, like, full circle moment, right? Like, leave Idaho, go do your thing, and then come back to an event like this in southeastern Idaho. So I'm excited to be here. I got to tell you, when Scotty brought it up to me, Doug, we're going to do an event, 500 people in southeastern Idaho. I'm like, oh, Scotty, come on, let's be serious. But you guys did it. I mean, this is a phenomenal turnout for a great event. I really let's give Scotty one big round of applause. Somebody stepping up and taking charge and planning an event like this to get us here. And so to have Sagi here, and we're going to get to Sagi, and you guys are going to be, this is just an awesome opportunity for Beachbody to come in as the company and kind of put a stake in the ground and say, southeastern Idaho is on the map. And I got to tell you, what you don't know is, when we go out, and so I manage Texas and everything west of Texas, all the way to Hawaii, all the way to Alaska. I travel out to all the major metropolitan cities in the western United States, working with the 8 stars and above. That's who I work with on a daily basis. But I will tell you, guys, if I go to San Francisco, California, and Leanne's here, she can attest to this, I can't put this many people in the room. If I go to Houston, Texas, I can't put this many people in the room. And I hope you understand that, a lot of times we talk about this, my topic is, where is Beachbody going? I want you to understand that Beachbody is just getting started, okay? You have to understand that, and we can talk numbers and how crazy it is, and you can see the summit, you'll see the graphs and the charts, and, in 2013, we did 312 million in sales. In 2014, we did 565 million in sales. And in 2015, it's going to end up being about 865 million in sales. That's just Team Beachbody, okay? The infomercial is the other side. So the company ends up at about 1.3 billion total. But the takeaway isn't that, oh man, I wish I had joined when Scotty did or when Brigitte did. I want you to understand, we're still a startup company. We're literally just scratching the surface of where this company is going. And I hope if you can take anything away from what I talk about, is the timing's right now. If you wanted to be a part of this and you wanted to build a business with Beachbody, this is an incredible opportunity. And I tell you, when we are a unknown company with household name brands, right? When people ask me, Doug, where do you work? I say, I work for Beachbody. They're always like, what's Beachbody? Well, P90X, oh yeah. And then they immediately think I sell infomercials or something. Because they don't know about coaching. And what you guys need to know is, 17 years ago when this company started as an infomercial company, it was, a great idea. Carl and John started putting together these concepts, these workouts, putting them out there. And when they did that, what happened is, over the course of literally 10 years, people started to kind of hold each other accountable in chat groups. And the company started seeing this happening, where they would watch social media and they would see these groups happening where people are working with each other to do P90X or to do Insanity. And the company was like, wait, like we should do something to help these people accomplish this. Like how cool that this movement is taking place, and how cool that we can come in and help these people do more of this. And that's really how Team Beachbody got its start. The company said, you know, what's a good model for people to come in and work with other people to help them achieve their goals? And how do we do that in the fitness world in a way that would make the most sense? I mean, we have great products. Shakeology is phenomenal. We have these outstanding workouts. We could go straight up retail with them, put them out there, sell them all over the place. But if you don't combine fitness, nutrition with accountability, you really don't have anything. You have what everybody else has. I mean, you have all this stuff out there, right? So that's what makes us unique, is this idea of combining all three and then adding, you know, recognition and celebration on the back end of that, and all of a sudden you've got this engine. And I can tell you that Beachbody is just getting started with what we're doing. And I can't even, you know, Scotty is a CAB member, which means he's on what's called the Coach Advisory Board. Within Beachbody, we hand select 8 coaches to be a part of the CAB, okay? In 400,000, we have the top 10, we have the elite, we have all these things, but we single-handedly pick 8 coaches that we fly in and have meetings with to get their feedback on how this company's moving forward, ideas, where we headed, things like that. And Scotty's one of the 8. And I want you guys to understand that. So Southeastern Idaho is on the map, but you also have one of literally the business minds that we're looking to help us continue to get this growth. But I want you to know that I bring up the CAB because I want you to understand, guys, we are doing phenomenal in the United States, right? I mean, the U.S. is outstanding. The Canadian market is blowing up, and I know Sean and others are from Canada. We've got lots of growth happening in Canada. But guys, there's a whole rest of the world that's still available to us that we haven't even done anything with, right? Like we're just getting ready, and I can tell you, we certainly, no dates, no strategy, no focus. I'm not going to name countries. But I can tell you, it's getting figured out. And so this is going to be, not only is it a movement here in the United States, but it's going to open up literally everywhere. And so I can tell you that being here now is huge for your guys' businesses. It's huge for you as a person to come in and make the decision, to learn from what these coaches are presenting to you, and know that you can have an impact on other people's lives, but it will also impact your life, okay? I love our presenters. I mean, I love when I see Micah up here, and, you know, you see Jennifer and Brigitta's coming up. What I love about Beachbody coaches is they're real people. And I can tell you a story of, and she's not here, and some of her coaches might be, but I put on stage one day Amy Silverman. Amy Silverman is phenomenal. I had her on stage in San Diego, California. And what I love about Amy is she gets up here and she starts talking. And when she's presenting, she's like, and Dougie, how much time do I have? And I'm like, just go, Amy, you're good. Like, and then she starts presenting and she's like, what else did you want me to talk about? And I'm like, Amy, dude, just keep talking. And she's doing this presentation. And it was a room of about 500. And she did a good job, but it was kind of scattered. It was kind of all over the place, and we were trying to cover our bases. And the coolest thing happened, and kind of at her expense, I mean, I'll give you that, but afterwards people were like, if she can build this business, I'm going to make it a million. Right? And so I want you guys to understand, our speakers are not polished. They're not professionals. These are not people that we send to speaking seminars to learn how to teach you guys this business. These are real people that are moms, that have, you know, some have day jobs, some have, you know, lots of other things going on in their world. And this is who is successful at Beachbody. You know, if we brought in our 293 elite coaches, I can tell you that you would not know who they are. You couldn't pick them out of a lineup. We have elite coaches in this group, and I can tell you don't know who they are. They're sitting next to you, right? We have people that are being successful helping other people. And that's what we want you guys to take away from this event, is you can succeed helping other people. I had, you know, when I talked to Scotty about this, I'm going to do a couple of things because I want to know kind of what's going on. So if I could just really quickly, I know I don't have control over the house lights, but if you're from Idaho, will you stand up for a minute? Just so I can see who the Idaho crowd is. Awesome, let's get it on. Blackfoot. Okay, perfect. If you're from Utah, will you stand? Woo! Okay, we got a good contingent. Perfect. If you're from Wyoming, what do we got from Wyoming in the house? Okay, we got it from Wyoming. How about Montana? We got Montana in the house? Awesome, thank you. And okay, if you're more than 500 miles and not in one of those states, will you stand? Perfect. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Yeah, awesome. Well, that's good to know, because I'll tell you what, guys. We talk about putting together a market council in southeastern Idaho. I mean, Montana, Wyoming are wide open, right? Utah is, the Salt Lake area. We combine all of the Wasatch Front into one market council. I mean, the whole thing from Ogden all the way to, Mapleton is all in one market council. So there's huge opportunities for growth within Beachbody. The other thing I want to do is I want you to understand kind of how I got involved with the company and kind of one of the experiences that I had with Beachbody. So I used to work with a lot of the guys on the team. And I don't know why it does that to me. But I used to work with them in the past, and I got a call from Jeff who said, hey, there's an opportunity, to come and join the team. And I was like, absolutely, I'm interested. I was doing some other things, but the timing actually lined up. And I said, sure, I'll come talk to you, Jeff. And we were able to work out a deal, and I started with the company and love Beachbody, love the products, love how professional everything is. Well, what happened is, right after I started, I attended a leadership event in Dana Point, and then what I did is I was gone off to a Super Saturday. And I had never been to a Super Saturday event, obviously. I showed up, and I selected to go to Los Angeles, because I figured, okay, it's LA, this is going to be a big event, I have no idea what's going on, but I'll just go to this event in LA. Well, I went there. When I got to LA, there were two events. There was one in East LA and Downey, California. The other one was in Santa Monica. And then there was one in Bakersfield. So in one day, I actually did 3 Super Saturdays. But something happened at that event that literally opened my eyes to what Beachbody is all about. So I'm sitting there, and they start, the first story is I'm sitting in the back of the room, and literally nobody knows who I am. I'm now the new director of sales over the Western United States. I show up at this room, there's one leader who I had called and said, hey, I'm coming to town. And so she knows who I am, and so I get there, she introduces me to her husband kind of walks me around the room, introduces me to a few people, and I meet this guy named Victor Rodriguez. Victor Rodriguez has been with Beachbody at that time for 2.5 years. And I'm like, oh, Victor, 2.5 years, that's awesome. So what rank are you? And he's like, oh, yeah, I want to build a business. And I'm like, okay. I mean, he's giving up a Saturday. He's here at this event. And I'm going, okay, so you're not successful at building the business, or you're not focused on the business? Like, why aren't you building the business? He goes, no. He goes, let me show you. He pulls out his phone, and he shows me his before and after pictures. And I can tell you, his before picture is like this great big Hispanic gentleman that huge. And then this guy sitting next to me is this little muscly, little strong guy. And he's showing me these pictures side by side, and I'm just like, dude, that's not you. That's just impossible for that to be you. And he told me, I think at that time he had lost 160 pounds. And it had totally changed it. And I was like, I was coming from a network marketing background where I'm like, holy hell, we got to get you on stage. Let's get you up in front of everybody and have you tell your story. Well, then what happened is we did recognition. And we said, if you've lost more than 20 pounds, please stand. 30 pounds, please stand. 40 pounds, please stand. This is in a room of 100 people. We got to 100 pounds of weight loss, and there were 6 people still standing. To me, that was amazing, because to have literally 6% of the room had lost more than 100 pounds was shocking to me. So, and in the network marketing space, I was like, man, why are we not like getting these guys on stage? Let's get them up talking. And then I'm like, you know what? That's what's special about Beachbody, is that we want everybody to succeed. It's almost old hat at Beachbody that people are successful with our products. And it was an incredible experience. So then I drove to Santa Monica. I got there late, and they had already done recognition, so I stood up and I said, okay, I just got to know, how many of you have lost more than 100 pounds? And Santa Monica was a room of about 110 people. Crazy, believe me or not, 6 people stood up. And it shocked me. Because guys, you look at Subway, Subway had one guy lose 100 pounds, and then they made him famous, right? Here, we have these success stories that continuously happen over and over and over again. And it's just, that is the core of this business. And so what I want to do, and Scotty has, I asked him if I could do it. If we could just really quick have those, and I'd like to go through this. If you've lost more than 20 pounds, would you all stand and let us recognize you? Awesome. Let's give a round of applause. Okay, if you've lost more than 30 pounds, stay standing. Wow. More than 40 pounds. Awesome. Okay, this is a big one. More than 50 pounds with Beachbody. Okay, more than 60 pounds. If you lost more than 70 pounds, stay standing. More than 80 pounds. 90 pounds. 100 pounds. I don't know why it's always that. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Take that away from this, that's what Beachbody's about, right? We can stand up here and talk about income and all this other stuff. I want you to know that we're a mission-driven company with people that are really helping people. That's what this business is all about, right? Our best coaches are very good at helping a lot of people. And it's an outstanding business model when it works the way that it's working at Beachbody. So I think what I'll just say this in closing. We have phenomenal leaders all over the country. We have phenomenal leaders in southeastern Idaho. I want you guys to know that this is awesome to me, that you guys are here. To me, this is fantastic that southeastern Idaho and Idaho Falls is on the map the way that it is. This is so exciting. I will tell you, you have phenomenal leadership that we get to work with. Before I close, I did want to introduce, so I've got, there's 3 Beachbody employees that are here today. Myself, I'm the Senior Director of Sales over the Western United States. I have, let's have her stand, I have Brittany Adamson as the Manager over the Western United States. And then I have Mr. Joe Parkin, who's here with me as well. Woo! So as you're building this business, these are some people that you could reach out to visit with, from the sales team. So with that, guys, I'm going to say thank you for having me. Congratulations on an awesome, awesome event. Thank you, guys.